David Millbern is an Emmy Award-winning actor-producer whose new film, 100 Years of Men in Love, The Accidental Collection, is a documentary focusing on a unique, moving and joy-filled collection of vintage photographs of men in love from the 1850s to the 1950s, taken when male partnerships were often illegal. And David joins us now.
Hey, Toby, nice seeing you. Nice meeting you over Zoom. It's
yes,
great.
You've got a nice poster of the film behind you, and we were just talking off air about those Emmys. You've got 3 of them, and you're hoping to get nominated for another with this film, right?
Well, I think with the passing of the Respect for Marriage Act, I think it's important that we honor those individuals that showed us the way. This film is a joyful collection, as you say, of pictures of men from 1859 to 1959, 100 years where they went into photo booths or hid under umbrellas and recorded their love for posterity. So they talk about, lighting the torch of our young people. Well, if you light the torch, then you're left in the dark. This film actually is bringing about that, igniting that we have been here for a long time, and these brave individuals captured their love for posterity so that they could show us the way.
And you see throughout the film that these men must have been very brave to do what they did, because male partnerships were often illegal, and some of them were a bit reluctant to show their face, but most of them were kind of proud about it.
They were risking everything, their livelihoods, their family. When we look at the photos in the documentary, we see that they start with tintypes. And for a moment here, I want to show you a tintype from my family. And this was the germ that really started this whole film for me. Growing up as a little boy, I said, Mom and Dad, what is this old tintype in our box of old photos? And, oh, that's your great uncle and his friend. Well, if you look at it, it says Bourbon, Indiana, 1908 fair. Well, my dad was born in Bourbon, Indiana in 1926. So this held such wonderment to me because they're 2 wonderful looking men sitting close together, shoulder to shoulder, legs crossed. And when I came across Hugh, Nini, and Neal Treadwell's collection of 3,700 different pictures, I said, this is meaningful. This is what this picture means to me in my family. And so I said to Neal and Hugh, I said, let's make a documentary. So I culled those pictures down to 350, put them in the documentary, and it became, we've won over 20 film festivals on it. It became this kind of art installation. You actually get to feel each picture. I linger on each picture. You get to know where they're coming from. And the tintypes were the first and earliest cheap way to make imprint or photo of yourself. But then we explore photo booths, where photo booths were, if you think about a photo booth, you get in there with your significant other, you pull that curtain, there is no developer, there is no photographer. They were able to really express their emotions and their intimacy towards each other, and those pictures would spit right out of that machine, and they were theirs. We think about these pictures that we found in shoe boxes, in antique stores, and we see some are pristine, as if they were held, up on a mantle. Others were creased and put away and hidden in wallets and things. So it's really the history of photography as well. We think that we found the first selfie. They're 2 good-looking men who in the 1800s, they're holding a camera, but they have a device where they can snap it, and they're looking into the mirror. So they developed the first selfie.
And the film, for most of it, really is essentially a slideshow with a narration, isn't it? Which maybe sounds like it would be absolutely boring, but it's not. It manages to work.
I've sat and stood in back of many film festivals that, as I said, we've won, and I feel 200 people kind of like, okay, what is this? What is this? And then they settle into it. They realize that they're going on a journey, on an exploration, on an art installation, if you will, back in time. 100, to 1859 and into the 1920s. And we really spend the time with the music, and then I've juxtaposition it with quotes from famous gay authors about love. There's a section where we have umbrellas. Now, why umbrellas? Well, if you think about umbrellas, two men under an umbrella, both holding the stem, their hands are together. The umbrella is shielding eyes of onlookers, and they can get close and be close. This was a real theme we found in the 1920s. It was kind of the rainbow flag of the time. There's another photo where you used to go into a photo booth and they would have props, right? Well, the two young gentlemen holding a sign saying, never married, but willing to.
Yes, that's a famous one, isn't it?
Yeah, not married, but willing to be. Well, what were they saying to themselves, to us? It's a very powerful film where you get the sense that love is love. I had a woman come up to me at one of the film festivals and say, David, I wish to God I had a man that looked to me in that same way as these men are looking to each other.
Yeah.
It's about joy, it's about love, and most importantly, it's about celebration. These men never knew that these photos would have such impact, but the passing of the Respect for Marriage Act, they showed us the way, and I'm just pleased as punch. There's a military couple in there that they literally were part in World War II. They liberated Dachau, and they were together. They became a couple. The division, the military, is the 42nd Infantry Division, was called the Rainbow Division. Go figure. Can't write this stuff, right? Rainbow Division. After they liberated Dachau, they went up to the Alps, and in the snow, we have pictures of them. They exchanged rings, and they committed their relationship. The uncle, one of them had a nephew, and the nephew said that my uncle would pull down this box and show me pictures of his love during World War II. Well, that nephew is the only connection we have to anybody in the film. That nephew still wears the ring of his uncle.
Yeah. And when I was starting to watch the film, it read my mind, because I was thinking, why is it called The Accidental Collection? And the very first thing they said was it was because they'd never even intended for it to be a collection, right?
Yeah. Hugh and Neal found this one picture, and they said, this is probably the only picture we will find of a male couple. Yeah. Isn't this wonderful? And then they started kind of looking around and said, well, here's another one and another one. And then 3,700 pictures later, we put 350 of them in this documentary.
That is quite remarkable, because you're looking at a picture for a good few seconds, but there's an hour's worth of it. You wouldn't really expect that. Maybe you would think there'd be none if you didn't look into it.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted this to be immersive. I wanted it to be a film that drew you in, that you surrender to. And love is love. And when you see these pictures of these gentlemen looking towards each other, shoulders touching, there's one shot of two guys on the back of a railing of a train car. And the one's kind of leaning in, and the only thing that's touching in their entire bodies are their little fingers.
Yeah.
They had to express their love any way they could, but then to capture it for all of us to learn from and to be emboldened by. Is really, that's where the impact of this film comes. If these gentlemen had that kind of courage, we should get out there and we stand on their shoulders. They paved the way for the freedoms that the LGBTQ community has today.
Now, what else is coming up for you after this film? Do you have any more exciting ones on the way?
I have my passion project. I have a lot of passion. I'm a producer. I'm an actor. I write. I have a show called Girls' Voices Now, where we give cameras to underrepresented little girls. We match them with female mentors who look like themselves, and we say, go shoot their story. stories. Go tell us about your life. They bring back these short films and they just tear your hearts out. So we put those in, that I put them into a series. I have a kickboxer film coming out. I wrote a kickboxer film. And for our audiences at Here TV, having action film, having a lead, action figure who just happens to be gay in his personal life. There's nothing gay in the film. He's out there with his female partner and they're fighting and fighting the bad guys and the ninjas. But our audiences will know that this gentleman is married in real life and he's an authentic gay person. So that's revolutionary. Here TV always brings about authentic stories, and I'm very proud to be working with Here TV on all my projects.
And this film is called 100 Years of Men in Love, and it's kind of free to watch because I watched it by just getting a free trial of Here TV, and then after getting that I found out that I'd been sent a copy of it anyway. But either way, the audience can just get the free trial if they don't want to pay anyway.
And you know what? I think that when you try that free trial at Here TV, you will find that the 700 offerings every month, top European films, a top gay product, and a lot of our own product that we actually produce, you'll be hooked. I don't know any other platform that offers so much to our community of authentic storytellers telling our stories. I hate to even label straight media, but straight media likes to define us in a certain way. It's very interesting when you get real authentic storytellers and filmmakers, actors and writers telling our authentic stories. That is impactful. Let us define us the way we are, as opposed to another lens looking in on it.
Many thanks for joining us today. It's been great to have you on, and good luck with all your films coming up.
Thank you. Let me give you that Here TV. Here TV is available on all cable and satellite platforms in the United States, and also across the sea, all streaming services. And you can go to here.tv, HERE.tv, find out where we're at. And like you said, Toby, sign up. Go see the film for free. I would love that for you. And honor those people who came before us, because they should be honored.